Learning Ulilevi Omer, Bostoner Rebbe Zt, so you're going to learn Purim and Shulish, which he said in 5765. When Purim was 3 days, because in Yerushalayim it was on Shabbos, so we kept Friday. We heard the Kriyas Torah, Kriyas Megillah. Shabbos, we had the Suda, and Sunday we gave Shlich Monis and Matanos L'Avyonim. Now it says, I'll tell us when Oda comes in, we have to add in Simcha. What does it mean? You add to Simcha. We find in the Megillah, for the Jews there was light, happiness, gladness, and glory. And we have to understand that what Chazal mentioned, that Oira is Torah, Simcha refers to Yontiv, Sosain refers to Bris Milah, Yikor is Tefillin. Why didn't they Megillah mention it clearly? Why did they have to write it in hidden fashion? But it comes to emphasize that you add to Simcha. It's not enough to have what you have. When it comes to Torah, you have to add to Torah. You have to add to Torah, to the light, the temporal, physical light. You have to add to the light of Torah. In everything, you have to add to it a happiness which is added to Yom Tov. Your own portion that you add to it. The Rebbe continued, one can add that the Yom Tov of Purim is a festival that you have to study the implications of what took place. Other Yom Tovim, the Nisim were clear. And Pesach, we left Egypt. In Sukkot, we stayed in under the Ananei HaKovah, during the booths for 40 years. These were miracles that everyone saw, and they were signs and wonders that were shown throughout the world. However, on Purim, everything's hidden. Like Chazal tells us, even Esther, when we want to find where is Esther hinted at in the Torah, in the 5 books of Moses, it says, "V'noichi hastir astir v'nai," I shall hide my face at that time. The whole concept of Purim is a hiddenness. One has to seek out the strength that's found in everything. Therefore, it says, "La Yehudim Yisrael zu Torah." That means you have to seek out within the light of, and to understand that the main purpose of this light is Torah. And also Sosin, if you want to have the completeness of Sosin, of Milah, you have to seek out in everything to its depth and see the Koyach of Hashem in your physical being. Milah represents the physical being of your person. So too, B'Simcha V'Kor. By Yontiv, you have to see how it affects your physical being, and V'Kor Tefillin, how it attaches you and ties you to Hashem. And with this, Purim is different. That the miracle was hidden. However, in other Yom Tovim, it were in Shavuos, even Kabbalas HaTorah, you had miracles that were self-evident. It's true when you have a miracle that you see, there's also something that's hidden. That because when you are able to comprehend the evidence of Shekhinah, the divine presence, then you understand there's still something that's hidden from us. As a person comprehends more of what he is and what he is obligated to do, and the greatness of Hashem, he realizes how much more distance he is and how much there is to cover. Thus, on Pesach, when there were miracles that were visible, they understood more so what was hidden. And that's the way a man has to serve Hashem. You have to seek in everything the ability, the strength of Hashem, to understand that the whole world is full of His glory. He is the one who keeps us and feeds us and takes care of the entire existence of the world. We find at that time there was an offer for the Chosim that was being called up Why do you do a Shalom Zocher? And we had a Shalom Zocher that Shabbos as well. Why couldn't you wait for the bris? Why do we make a night before the bris? There's many who make a Wachnacht. They make a special Suda. Why we add these things? Again, the idea behind all of it is a preparation to mitzvah. So through our preparation, we can add our little bit, so that what we do afterwards will be done properly. So too, when we call up the chosin, that we don't make the chasana right away, but the Shabbos before the marriage, we're already preparing him to mitzvah. In Sefer Chassidus, it's brought down that at times the preparation has greater impact, has greater importance, more so than the mitzvah. At the time of preparation, one can seek out and think more so of what he has to do. This could also be what we find in Pesach. A person has to see himself as if he left Mitzrayim, meaning to say, it's not enough that there was an exodus, but we have to feel it now in our times. Certainly, we have to prepare ourselves for that and comprehend more than what we see is seen by the eye. It is more there, and to study it. Learning from a child, he sees a clock working, he wants to know how it works, he tries to break it open. Whatever he sees, he wants to comprehend the internal workings of it. That's the way we should continue seeking out Torah. So too, a Shalom Zocher, when a son is born, a child is born, that after all that's checked out, what comes from Hashem, you merit to see the strength of Hashem in it. And that's why we do it on Shabbos, to say that this is part of creation. May Hashem Yisborach assist us, that we should be able to add to our simcha, to our sosoin, to our kor, to our oiro, to the kor. In this game, we'll be shuzech to gula shleiva me'av yameinu. Amen.